Welcome to Dicejunkies. I'm Xenodamus, and I'm here with
you
and Invisible Guy number 1, who may get a name later on during the show. So let's get started. Let's talk about some news. We had a GamerCon pass this week, and had a lot of footage coming out of there.
Gamescon 2018.
Gamescon come out of there. IGN did a bunch of coverage on it that I sort of kept up with. Was not able to go, but some good footage out of there, man.
I know. I mean, I can't believe that we didn't get our invitations.
Yeah, I know, right?
Gold wrapped. But honestly, I expected Gamescon. I mean, after the big other events, I figured Gamescon would just be a little bit more the same. But a couple things caught my eye, actually.
Some of it had been out for a while, and it's just it's come back to the forefront. Sort of reminded us that we've been looking for it or waiting for it. Some of it has was stuff that we got to see a new angle of. So I thought that was really cool. And here comes Invisible Man number 1. You close that door behind you right there. He's not too late. See, we're all right. Yeah, we just introduced Invisible Man number 1.
Sorry, I'm late. I was playing an engaging game of solitaire, and I just couldn't quit and leave everybody hanging. Bad sportsmanship.
Well, I mean, you are our boards game guy, and gaming. So there you go.
By the way, it's like going through a maze to get here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure I passed a
minotaur.
minotaur.
You talking to the mic?
Oh yeah, no. Well, it's designed like that to make it more difficult for people to escape. So it makes it easier for us to hunt them down for food later.
Yeah. Plus, I had to roll a natural 20 to actually enter your driveway.
Oh, why is that?
Obstacles, man.
Have you ever tried to enter our driveway?
Every day. You just sort of, and you're there.
Well, you're the DM, so hacks. But we were on GamerCon.
Yeah, Gamescon.
I got it wrong.
See, I'm not the only one. So look at here. We had let's see what we can start from. Cyberpunk 2077 was there, which you being a gamer, did you play the original Cyberpunk 2020 tabletop?
2020?
I think it was 2020.
I think it was just called Cyberpunk back when I played it.
It was. Just ignore him. Keep going. Yeah, Cyberpunk.
Yeah. I had the Chromebook and all that stuff.
That was back in 1990.
Use the mic.
1990, I first played it.
This is what you get for showing up late. We didn't have time to coach you on using the mic. There you go.
You've got to get in there.
Yeah,
in there. We don't watch them, so you smell all the previous guests on it.
Well, it smells delicious. Wait a minute.
Well,
is that Sailor Moon?
Trailer Moon.
Trailer Moon? Yeah. Just a little bit of menthol.
Yeah, a little bit of menthol.
But the thing about the Cyberpunk, if you think that you have played it, that's awesome, is that they talked about it. They showed us a trailer. This time they did gameplay, but apparently it was closed door. So
yeah, it was closed. It was closed door last time they did gameplay. It's just it was all news people last time. They apparently let a couple of non-news related people in that were able to talk more about it, because that was sort of the funny thing about the news guy that was talking to the guy, asking him about the game, and it's like the news guy's seen it. He's already seen it. He's just got an NDA, so he can't say anything about it.
Well, yeah, and, they came out and gave a little bit of details, but they mainly confirmed everything I was hoping to hear. It is going to be somewhat open game world. It's not going to be 100% linear. There are some quest taking, because, it's Cyberpunk. How long have we been waiting to be able to walk around the Cyberpunk world? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
30 years.
He is right. Hey, I'm up there too, man. I know. And it's like, that was the biggest thing about the recent Shadowrun games came a while back, because I still hadn't really got a game where I could just wander around and get into trouble. Just get into trouble.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like Cyberpunk is doing that, to where you're going to be able to be you, go over there, get into a fight with that guy,
Which, from what I understand, the only new thing they really showed, they showed a couple more of environment, but they actually did show the character creation screen this time. And so that's the big thing that we got to see at Gamescon was the character creation, actually male, female character. They actually talked about that some, where
your name will be regardless.
Where the conversation will change depending on your sex somewhat, because the world looks at you differently.
But your name will be the same, so that they don't have to, so they can have you have a name in a dialogue, which makes sense. They just said, look, you're gonna be V, can't change your name, but you make your character. So everybody, calm down. You get to make your character, you get to choose your gender.
Yeah.
And if they do character creation right, I'll spend most of my time there. Screw the game.
Oh no, I mean with the Cyberpunk, yeah.
My only advantage is that I have 2 characters that I already know what I want to make, so at least I won't be going in with no goal. Like, I'm gonna make my character based on Cypher, one of my Shadowrun characters, and then my my Cyberpunk character I played before. Also, I know what he looks like. So, because God, if I went in there and didn't have any idea, and like you said, the whole first day would just be, let me move the eyes over a little bit.
Yeah.
Put some highlights in my hair, you know, being there all day. But I know the look I'm going for. So hopefully that'll speed that up for me, and I'll actually get to start the game.
But there you go. And there was a lot of concept art. That was the other thing that they added to the roster for 2077. And the concept art definitely had that look of a cyberpunk gritty feel. So looking forward to that. Anything else from Gamescon you were interested in talking about? I mean, that was my big one. Was you know me, I've been super excited about 2077 for a long time now, ever since that little teaser, 6 years ago. So every little bit of information on 2077, I'm like, yeah,
dude, beep. That's all I can say. When you can even get away with that.
The beep on Twitter. Like I was over here, geez, and just they did beep. They said beep.
One of their updates was just them going beep, and everybody was excited about it. I was like, wow, that's right. Well, apparently I'm the only person that saw anything that cared about a Gamescom beyond that. So you gonna put it all on my court? What about you, Dale?
I did see.
It was me.
Yeah, I did see Dead or Alive 6 footage. Some Li Fang, Hayabusa, and more gameplay came out of there for 6, and of course some big Dead or Alive. Yeah, we've been playing a lot of Dead or Alive lately with Dead or Alive 5, so looking forward to 6. Supposed to come out early 2019. Looks like they added some really cool environments and stuff. So
the pirate ship looked wild.
Yeah,
but I mean they're known for it. For me, quick, then I won't overdo it. I like the new Devil May Cry 5 looks great, especially because it's Devil May Cry 5 and not DMC. So the combat, though, looks like it has some inspiration from DMC, which is the part of DMC I thought was really good. I mean, I'll admit I'm one of those old fuddy-duddies that didn't like the reboot of my favorite character, but the combat was good and looks like they gave me the best of both worlds. New character, which I'm okay with that, and the great combat. So I'm happy. That's all I asked for is, like, put a new face on. If you want to have a new dude, then do a new dude. Looks good. Daemon X Machina may be a huge upcoming mecha game. It looks so good.
I didn't get much out of that trailer, man. It just looked so much like just footage. It just looked. It didn't look like any gameplay.
A little bit of gameplay in there.
I didn't see any gameplay in there, and it really just seemed to that. And I couldn't tell. It looked like it was something that would run on a Switch, and not really that high of a.
I mean, it was a Switch game, but I'll admit it is definitely Switch graphics, but I like high action mecha games versus the like low, slow plotting, and the style of combat looks really good. I mean, I'm trying to remember the name of some of those others. It reminds me of a series before that I used to really love, and I'm hoping it'll be good. If it is, I will definitely force one of my poor friends to give me their Switch for a week or two to play it. Usually, though, I'm a fair guy. I have a rule. I'll borrow your Switch. I buy the game. But when I give your Switch back, I give you the game.
Yeah, we did.
I have a Switch you can borrow.
See, I give him the game. I've done that before, though.
We did that with our buddies.
Ben. I gave him the game. Like, what I'll do is after I finish the game, I give you the game.
He wanted to play Zelda, so
yeah, and I gave him like the Zelda game because I mean that's the way I operate. Is like because I don't replay games. Honestly,
well, it's a good thing I already have Zelda.
Yeah, but you don't have Dame and Ex Machina.
No, I actually don't.
So I have no problem being like, I'm done. Here you go. Take the game with you. So
I wonder, did you taste the game before you played it?
With Zelda,
any of them, because they have that special coating on them.
Yeah, at the time he did not have the Switch. This was when it first came out, so we had done the review on the one before the Switch.
PS Vita, PSP.
No, the Nintendo thing before the Switch that Zelda came out on.
Wii U.
Yeah, the Wii U.
Oh, right.
No, but I mean, even then, though, I have the ability to look and go, oh, you say it tastes terrible. Okay. It's a weird special power of mine. And when somebody goes, this tastes terrible, try it, I go, no, you just said it tastes terrible.
Yeah, I had no want to lick a game cartridge.
I actually did something like that to a person I considered a friend once. I was at a Chinese place.
And you licked them?
The soup. It was actually called poo-poo soup, and that was very appropriate because that's exactly what it tasted like. And I'm sure I made a face when I tasted it and shoved it over to my friend. Here, this is nasty. You try it. And he actually did.
Oh.
Those are unique friends. You should also borrow money from them. It's like the Tide Pod scenario. We're at a law track, but I got to say there's a Tide Pod. How do you not know you shouldn't eat Tide Pods? Like, I was amazed. People were like, never eat Tide Pods. I was like, never eat anything that's not food.
Well, I figure it's not a gateway drug. And to be eating Tide Pods, you have to have been on something before that.
Yes. You're just getting off a dishwashing liquid and working your way up to Tide Pods.
Sorry, I'm trying to cut off the cascade.
Yeah.
But Devil May Cry looked good. Rage 2 looked really fun. They actually did gameplay. And I always give props to this people. Gameplay. It reminded we both popped off and said, man, this kind of reminds me of Borderlands, but with like better graphics and action. And since I haven't seen another Borderlands game announced like with any actual footage for as a first person shooter, there's always those weird story time or those games they've been doing. Where you pick your way through the story. I think I may actually try Rage. Like Rage 2 looks like it'll be cathartic for me to go do some dystopian gunplay. So it looked really good. If you haven't seen the trailer, check it out. Especially if you're like me and you like that you liked Borderlands 2 and you liked Rage 1.
Yeah. So one thing though that we did also get was also some Soul Calibur 6, and there has been a uproar and rage. Speaking of rage, some rage with Soul Calibur 6. And that's because they're already the game isn't out yet. It comes out this year. But they have already started announcing characters that will be DLC on day one.
Bad form, gentlemen.
Dale, it's worse. They're picking people off the main roster. Yes. They're not saying, hey, this character that isn't normally in a game. It's like, hey, this character you play all the time, we're going to grab them and go, if you main this character, So
okay, that's like coming out with a new Mortal Kombat game and only including Ken and Ryu and everybody else's DLC.
I really hope you did that on purpose.
Yeah, I really do too.
That would be bad though if it's like Scorpion
Street Fighter,
DLC.
I realized that.
Okay.
So if they did a versus game, I meant
but no, like but Tira, the character that they mentioned. Tira, the character they mentioned as DLC, has actually been one of the main roster for like the last 3
When she was on the main roster, when she was first introduced, she's been a main character, and she is popular, and many people main her. That's the main is that's your because see, I'm one of those people that you play with me. I have like 3 characters that I really play, and then the others I just fool around with. So I'd be very mad if one of my mains got pulled to where it's like, but I play as Tiara. Now I have 2 other people I play as. Or worse, if she's your solo main character and you're like, great, I got to buy the character I want to play in this game or else I don't have a character I want to play.
Yeah.
What's worse is like the weird way it works where they're like, well, if you pre-order the season pass, we'll give it to you. And I was like, how do you pre-order a season pass? The season pass is a pre-order. like how do you pre-order a pre-order?
You buy it before the game comes out.
Yeah, you pre-order it because, I mean, they haven't even mentioned what's going to be in the season pass. And now they want you to pre-order the season. Oh God, just whatever.
I mean, so here's my thing: is fighting games are very DLC heavy. They have been for a while now. They've gone sort of outrageous. But like if you look at when we were just talking about Dead or Alive, every season pass is about $70-$80, and it's almost all costumes, levels, stuff like that. So why would I? That's my other problem with buying a season pass. I don't care about all these costumes and stuff like that come out throughout the year. I just want the characters.
Dude, I know. I mean, you know me. On Steam, I've got a pretty decent fighting game collection, and when I get a season pass, I can honestly say I use like a small piece of it. I've had a season pass come out, and I not touch anything in it because I'm not into costumes. I don't play my games for dress up. I want characters, and here's the thing. For example, I played Xenoverse 1 and 2, but I play a striker. So I've had DLC come out when I had the season pass. It's like it doesn't have any strike moves in it. So guess what? It's nothing to me. It's nothing. And I don't mind it. I like buying new characters. Yeah. I like buying. Yeah. I love games that add more fighters, not additional though. Key term: additional fighters, not main fighters you took out. I love it. I love adding to my roster for a game I like. Mm-hmm. But let me pick and choose. That's all I'm saying.
The DLC for Dead or Alive was characters from different games.
Fatal Fury, Dynasty Warriors, or was it Samurai Warriors? One of those. The kicker, the young lady with the blades on her boots. But they've all been fun.
So we'll see how Dead or Alive 6 does. See if they do this crazy stuff as well.
Dragon Ball Z Fighters, I've been enjoying picking who I want to add to my roster. Just do that, guys. I love it. I went and snagged Brawly and Bardock quick. I'll probably go grab Goku and Vegeta soon. You'll sell them if you sell them separate. But if you force it as a season pass, there are some of us that are just going to go, I'm not going to buy it at all. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to pay, like you said, $70 to get that one dude I want to fight as.
Yeah. Another thing we saw was there was the 500 million limited edition PS4 Pro came out this it went up for pre-order this week, and apparently there's more of them on eBay than there are in actual hands of people that wanted them. PlayStation decided to do this really stupid thing, do a static 50,000 print of them.
And the scalpers snagged most of them, and now they're selling them on eBay.
I got 2.
Did you?
No, I did not.
That would have been helpful.
I was about to.
Like, yo, man, I don't have. Hey, you have a PS4 Pro. I need one.
Yeah. But no. I mean, I don't want one. It's not that big of a deal to me. The thing is, how hard is it, people? Like, really, just to
swap out a hard drive?
Well, no. I mean, just. Well, that is the main difference, but it's also it has some special case and shininess and stuff like that. But anyway,
means nothing.
My point is if you're doing this celebration that is supposed to be, for all your loyal fan base, customer base, and all that, if you do a hard set number, it's going to be pushed onto the eBay and stuff like that. Why don't you just say, hey, these are pre-order only. You pre-order them, and then you make however many get pre-ordered. That means every one that you make is sold. In the end, everybody's happy.
It's not
that doesn't cause a frenzy, though.
It's called on demand.
You want blood in the water, man. Blood in the water.
I just think it's stupid. You probably could sell more of them. And like I said, everyone would be sold.
I mean, it'll benefit me. The frenzy means that I'll probably be able to snag a non-PS4 Pro, like a regular PS4, cheap. Because, as people are swapping out their PS4, for a Pro, there's going to be a flood of the non-Pro version on the market. And for me, who's only going to probably ever own 3 PS4 games, I don't need a big terabyte. I mean, I want to play friggin' God of War, which you snagged recently. I want to play God of War.
Oh, yeah.
And then I want to play your Dragon. That other game you have looks good with Dragon Warrior.
Dude, God of War, man, kept me up till 10 o'clock this morning. I didn't go to bed till 10 o'clock this morning because of God of War. So
he foolishly bought it at night.
I didn't buy it. I borrowed it.
You fools, he borrowed it at night.
The other guy didn't finish playing it till 10 in
well, no.
10 at night.
Saturday I have a D&D game, and one of the guys that plays with us had finished the game, and he said when he finished the game, he'd let me borrow it. So when I went to my D&D game, I got the game, got home from my D&D game about 10 o'clock last night, and stuck it in and just got consumed.
You stuck it in and you just couldn't stop.
Yeah, it's a problem.
Couldn't control yourself.
I know. So
they have groups for that.
they do. So this is
they
the
get together and have a good time. Man.
This is all the news.
As long as you bring food, they're usually okay.
Yeah.
It's all the news that I have. Dell, do you are a board game guy? You got any board game news or interesting tidbits you want to show for you in this segment?
I would call myself an enthusiast. Picked up a fairly new game last night that is based on Betrayal at House on the Hill. Betrayal at Baldur's Gate.
Yeah,
it's the D&D version.
Okay, now you got Baldur's Gate, a board game?
Yes,
Hold on. I've not heard of this.
There's a few minor differences in the rules. Not much to get excited about. Use a different number of omen dice when you roll for the omen. Now you roll one die for every omen card that is on the table, and if you ever roll 6 or more, then the haunting starts.
Okay.
It takes place in Baldur's Gate. It takes place on street level, and you can go in buildings, and there is also the catacombs. And it is actually based on Baldur's Gate. They have gone through painstaking detail to make sure that everything is right.
Okay.
That
sounds good.
I haven't played it yet.
Did you bring it?
I did not bring it. It's still at the house. But
you're fired.
Well, it's real easy to look up. You just go to boardgamegeek.com.
Yeah.
And you just...
Well, maybe we can do a review on it or something like that. That sounds actually really cool.
I'd love to do a video on it.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm sitting here thinking, like, I want to play this. I want to play this.
Mm-hmm. So that will roll into our next segment then. So this is our perception check segment. This is where we talk about the news. So thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed. If you're on YouTube, the next video will be up in a bit. If you're watching us live or listening to the podcast, stay tuned. It's coming up right now.